I'd like to invite Bart de Groove from InfoRoad. Bart, welcome back
Hello.
to Denodo. You've been working with us for quite a while. Bart, tell us which part of the world you're from.
I'm from Belgium, from that part of the world. So I'm the practice leader for InfoRoad. For 3 years now, partner of Denodo. And with InfoRoad, we focus on DV concept, partner of Denodo. And we are doing a lot of implementations with Denodo for mainly Belgian customers, and we're also a reseller of Denodo in our region.
Yeah, I think in your model, even though you're a relatively small firm, you have put so much focus in this area. Often our customers talk about the level of depth that your consultants or advisory work has, added value to them. Mm-hmm. So again, if I consider there are some larger companies with broad practices, etc., what do you think is unique about your approach, InfoRoad, that you bring? Of course, it's partly the focus that you've put so much in this area, but you also need to understand the broader picture. So what would you say is unique about InfoRoad?
Well, I think two things that pop up in my mind. First of all, there is the fact that we have introduced Denodo as a tool within a company very often. We did it several times, so we have that knowledge, we have the ability and the capabilities to deliver to a customer to start right away, first time right. So that's, I think it's important. Right. Secondly, I think that we combine DV knowledge also with general BI and analytics knowledge. So I think if you combine those two, that you can give a lot of added value and contribute to the answer of cloud questions, of security issues or GDPR implementations. I think if you have that combined knowledge, you have the entire picture and you can cover a lot of things towards the customer. I think those are two things that we try to we differentiate there.
Yeah, I think one of the things you're talking about is you've not just gone in after the fact and done the implementation, but you've also done the upfront education, help the customer look at what are their options, why they should choose one or the other, and then followed through with the implementation. And like you said, you've done several in the Belgian region. Can you help our customers understand one of your favorite use cases?
Favorite use cases? I think it's hard to say that there is one specific use case that really is overwhelming or that occurs more than another. I think many customers do have their own use cases where they start from. It can be a GDPR, it can be access to data, it can be moved to the cloud. And I think that it always starts with one use case, and then you position DV as a solution, and very soon the number of use cases covered by DV, they are really increasing. For instance, the ability to really be flexible with APIs, SOAP, REST, it's never the first use case, but it pops up very soon in explanation or trying to explain what DV can do for you, or Denodo particularly. They say, okay, it's .NET. So that's sorry, .NET.
So it's evolutionary.
But what we do see is, and that's a trend during the last year, that more and more companies are struggling with the move to cloud. And there, I think Denodo can be positioned as a concept or a tool that can take away a lot of your risks. Because many companies are now having the data on-premise. They know the direction and maybe the ultimate goal to move to cloud. But then there's an entire road to walk between now and their final state. And I think there are a lot of unclarities along the way. How to just how to cope, access to data, which technology to choose. Is it mature enough already? I think that if you position Denodo there as a component of your architecture, that you can take away a lot of the risks that you have during your move to the clouds. I think that's an important trend we see during the last year, that Denodo is positioned like that within companies.
Yeah, to reduce the risk, make things, I think several people talked today about taking baby steps and not risking a cutover. And then it doesn't stop with the migration, because after the migration, you may have additional data sources pop up. You may be changing your mind, and still have to make another move. So having this abstraction layer always helps. I always wonder, we're all like you have been steeped in this area for several years now. We have. Does it ever frustrate you that customers don't, because there's still some resistance? There are still customers wanting to do it the old way, or move the data, copy the data, and they don't want to give that up. Does it ever frustrate you, or do you think eventually they will see the light? And what do you do to break through that barrier?
Yeah. Well, I think it's not frustration to start with. So that's too strong. But it was one of the reasons why we started with InfoRoad, because we didn't believe in the old-fashioned way, the copying of data. We don't believe in it. And it's not even an option anymore. Even if you don't believe in it, due to technology and storage evolutions, it's not even, and data volumes, it's not even an option to keep thinking in that direction. But we see that the concept of DV is very often already included in target architectures. So we are there yet. That it's at least part of the...
So more people are putting that in their architecture so that you can work off that.
That's a first step. And from there we continue. So we have 3 years ago we had to put it on their target architecture.
Yeah.
And show that value. I think we took a
now
step.
Now people are coming to you with that target architecture and saying, how do we do this?
Fantastic.
True. Okay. Well, Bart, it's been great to have you, and we wish you continued success working with us. Now, you're part of a larger network of companies. So you're obviously, we're looking forward to expanding our business with you beyond Belgium. But Belgium is a fantastic place, and we have great customers thanks to you and working with you. So appreciate you being here again and supporting DataFest and being part of this festival. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, take care.